It's race day. What is happening? Welcome to Off the Grid, the Australian Grand Prix. It's here. We've made it. It's been 2 years, but we are literally 4 minutes away from the race starting. So welcome in to the podcast. If you haven't been here before, we are Double Coverage. It is our home race here in Australia, and we're super excited to have it. I'm Dom. We usually have Saucy on board. He will be joining us at some stage. He's just obviously watching the Volk in the UFC, which is our fellow Aussie up against the Korean Zombie. So once that's done, he'll probably jump in and spend the rest of the race with me. But yep, we're almost there. Starting grid, obviously Leclerc on pole with Verstappen joining him up front. And then we've got Perez and Norris, Hamilton and Russell in 5th and 6th, Ricciardo and Ocon 7th and 8th, Sainz and Alonso in 9th and 10th, Gasly, Bottas 11th and 12th, Tsunoda and Zhou 13th and 14th, and then Schumacher and Magnussen, the Haas, which they said there's a lot left in it. So wait and see what happens out there on track today. And then we got Vettel, Latifi, Stroll, and Albon rounding out the starting grid. So it's going to be very interesting. My predictions, I said Carlos Sainz would be the guy, potentially could win this race. Not obviously in the greatest position. Some problems yesterday with the warming of his tyres when it went into Q3. Very disappointed stuff. He actually threw some shade up at Ferrari about the way they went about their business, so they weren't too happy about it. But hopefully he can move up the grid pretty quickly from the get-go. But yeah, Leclerc is in the best position. If he can hold it going into turn 1, he's in a great spot to probably win this race. Do pay attention, though, to the Mercedes. I'm not convinced that they are struggling as much as they say they are. Let me just zoom this in just a little bit more so we can see it. This will live update throughout the race, which will be pretty sick. We did it for the qualifying yesterday. So yeah, anyone feels like jumping in and joining me, it is going to be open. There is the link if you want to join me up here, talk some F1s, and have a laugh. It'll be awesome. So yeah, we are a couple minutes away. Very excited, to be honest. Very, very excited. Saucy was there yesterday. He had a ball. Obviously, we got Lukey was there yesterday. Ant is there today, which is pretty cool. But yeah, response is there was a lot of people. Great turnout. They reckon over 400,000 people across the weekend, which is huge. I think everyone's just pumped to have it back. Obviously, Drive to Survive has definitely gauged a lot more interest from some people during COVID, and they've become huge fans, which is awesome. Great to have people joining the F1 community, which is always sick. So this will get started now in a minute. It's exciting times. It really is exciting times. Keen to see what's going to happen, obviously, in the UFC as well. As you know, we cover all types of sports through our podcast. So yeah, just very, very keen. See what happens. Fernando Alonso obviously went into the wall. Unlucky. But here we go. Let me turn this up a bit. Excuse me if I do turn my head. I've got it on a different screen so I can have the live updates here for the positions and stuff throughout the race. Just hit 3 o'clock and away we go on the formation lap. It's going to be good. It's going to be very good. Here we go. So the predicted pit stop strategy, medium onto the hards, and then medium onto the hards as well, potentially. We'll see how that all does pan out. So I think I'm on a delay of about 10 seconds. I think. Let's see. on a 4-second delay now. That's good. Back into it. Coming around. Leclerc's primed here. He really is. So total attendance, 419,114 people. Largest weekend sporting crowd in Australian history, which is crazy, crazy stuff. Just shows the growth of this sport. It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Oh, I'm getting some lag. I might have to change my network. Ferrari over Mercedes, mathematically and in theory today. Don't want it to lag on the start, that's for sure. All right. Previous winners: Bottas in 19, Vettel 18-17, Rosberg 16, and Hamilton in 2015. So here we go. Drop in the comments 100% who you think will win this race. I gave my roughie. I reckon Ferrari will win it, but my roughie is Carlos Sainz. Obviously, poor Q3 yesterday. I gave that prediction on Wednesday during the week, but obviously it's not looking great for me. But chuck your predictions in the comments. Interested to see your thoughts, your reasoning behind who you're picking. I'll even bring up your predictions on screen, which would be pretty good. But here we go. Albon coming in. And let's rock and roll. Here we go. Great start by the Ferrari. There's the Mercedes. Oh, Sainz copped it. Absolutely copped it on the start. Dropped into 11th. Hamilton 3rd. Sainz in 13th. Ricciardo. There we go. Ocon 8th. Gasly 9th. Alonso still in 10th. Great start by Mercedes. Great start. I've been saying it the lead up to this event. I said it on the podcast during the week. Don't look into anything. They were speaking absolute garbage, Russell and Hamilton, throughout the week. Oh, the car this, there's no parts that. Just talking absolute crap. It's just pure rubbish that comes out of their mouth. Like, seriously, if you know this sport, if you're new to this sport, all Mercedes do is just talk rubbish. Like, they're not going to give their opposition any hints that their car is going to be any good. But I had a feeling this was going to happen. I said that Hamilton would finish around 4th, potentially steal a podium in this race, and he's in great position at the moment. Obviously, Perez has got a lot of pace. Once the DRS gets activated, I think it's in lap 5. You'll see a lot of overtaking. Like a lot, I think, because the pack's very close here. Sainz into 14th. He's absolutely battling here. Down 5 positions. But great stuff. Homeboy Daniel Ricciardo held his position in 7th. And hopefully they can make some moves here. Norris can try and push himself past Russell, and the McLarens can try and bully some of the cars ahead of him with that 6th and 7th spot. So, but Leclerc is he's flying. Doing pretty well here. So obviously this should update when they go around. Oh, Sainz. Well, there goes my prediction, ladies and gents. Jordan, what's happening? So my prediction, Carlos Sainz, done. He's just spun out, stuck in the gravel. He's bogged in. So terrible for Ferrari. Absolutely terrible. He wants to try and get pushed out. Hopefully he can. He can rejoin the race, but oh no. Oh, terrible. Absolutely terrible. So the virtual's out. Safety car already. Only took 3 laps. And then the under tray, the underneath of the car, just it's such a big flat area. Oh, terrible. So Carlos Sainz, who's finished on the podium in the first 2 races of the season, becomes the first retiree. F1 is way bigger over here than it is in the States, like way bigger. You're very new to the sport. Jordan, if you're based in the States, you're very, very new to the sport. Obviously in the United States, but it is humongous here in Australia. It is massive. So yeah. I got you, man. Yeah, it is a huge sport over here. Followed pretty closely by a lot of people. Obviously, a lot more people now invested because of Drive to Survive, and that's exactly like the American market. Obviously, our podcast covers sports trading cards as well as sport. Man, look, Manny, don't even get me started, bro. Yeah, kind of like that, Jordan. But NASCAR is like a common thing, and it's a homegrown sport for you. So, like, you got races all the time. We just get one race a year here, but a lot of people follow it. But yeah, Manny, bro, I'm actually shattered. Absolutely shattered. So Sainz cooked. Terrible. Such a slow start as well for him. Well, Leclerc's just lapping through, loving life at the moment. So he's absolutely loving it. I might get rid of our logo up here as well so that we can see the sector times. Where are we at? Let me get rid of this. There we go. Get rid of that. Something happened yesterday in qualifiers. Yeah, man. So what happened was, which Sainz came out and pretty much gave it to Ferrari. They didn't have his tires warm enough, so when he went and did his lap, that's why he was struggling on his times. And obviously, then that accident from Alonso gave him no opportunity to get back out there. But shocking stuff. Absolutely shocking for Ferrari. What a spew, man. I'm actually shattered. Fuck. There you go. Problem starting the car, plus his tires weren't warm, and it was the biggest balls up. Like they stuffed up big time. No. Yeah, not great. Not great at all. Man, I'm pissed too. So cut. So some tyre changes happening here. So Stroll came in for a pit. He's obviously in last spot now as Sainz is out. Insane. There's the long walk back into to the garages for Carlos Sainz. Very long one. He obviously would jump on it, probably a moped. But yeah, not great. So they'll crane the car out, and I reckon by lap 7 or 8, be good to go on a restart. So great to see people back out and about at these events. So good. There he is on the drive of shame. The penalty was from the last race. There was an incident in the last race, so you have to take a 3-stop penalty. Yeah. I don't even know what it was for, to be honest. He's obviously done something. Where's Latifi? He's out there, by the way, after smashing Stroll. Hopefully they get into it a bit, Manny. It'll be pretty good. So obviously we've got to keep checking ESPN here because I want to know what's happening in the Volk fight as well. Round 1, 4.5 minutes in for the title. I should hit up Source. What's the go? How's the Volk look? We've got to find out. But here we go. Should be a restart pretty soon. Might come quicker than when I said. There you go. Coming in. This lap, Source is giving me an update. Sainz is out. Spun out. Just giving Saucy the updates. Give me Volk updates. That's what I want to know. I want the Volk updates. So anyone else, what's your predictions? I know, Manny, we spoke about it yesterday. It was pretty funny discussing it, but Hamilton is sitting on the podium here at the moment. I know we're 6 laps in. There's still a lot to go in this race, but the writing's on the wall. I said by Silverstone, Mercedes, so Silverstone's probably another 6 races. By the time we get to that, they could be right back in this World Championship. Right back in it. Also, feel free, of course, if you're new to the channel, drop us a sub. It'd be much appreciated. You can find us on all types of socials as well. There it is, at DBL Coverage _ on Instagram, Twitter, and Double Coverage on YouTube. So if you're in, just drop us a sub. You might like this content. We've got all other types of content, talking all types of sport, sports cards, crypto, NFTs. We've got it all. We cover it all as much as we can. Here comes the green flag. So Leclerc now to set the pace on the restart. Here we go. Back to racing. No, I don't think so, Manny. I don't think he does. No, I don't think he comes second or first. But he could push for that podium. But DRS hasn't even opened yet. So when DRS zone opens up, we might see that struggle for the Mercedes. So we'll see. We'll see. Perez could get Hamilton very quickly. But McLaren's looking good. McLaren's looking really good. There's all panic stations at the start of the year, clearly. But Verstappen looking strong, they're saying, even without the DRS. Very interesting.
They'll tolerate the bouncing for more performance.
This is going to get good.
Helping overtaking in 2022, but this still remains a very tricky circuit to overtake on, and Sergio Perez might be finding that behind.
Oh, come on, I want the DRS.
Can Hamilton then frustrate Perez and keep the Red Bull at bay? He's done it very nicely on this opening lap.
Yeah, he's done with it. It's all well and good, yeah, to hold off Perez in that Red Bull. Once DRS is on, Hamilton could lose that spot in a blink. He's not worried.
While this all goes on, I was just thinking, Red Bull can't play 2 against 1. It's 1 against 1, and Hamilton's going to back them up. So he really needs to make attack, and I'm sure they'll be on to try and do that.
I want that DRS zone open. Yeah, that's all he's doing, Manny. He's staying in striking distance. He's going to definitely make that play. He'll make that play as soon as he can. Perez is catching Hamilton with ease, like with absolute ease. It's Yep, he will. He'll try and get him on this lap, Perez. Put Hamilton into that 4th. But the DRS could work really well. Like, Norris is within a second of Russell, so he can probably try and push to get past Russell. He's 2 and a bit seconds out of Perez. Yeah, I hope so. I hope Alonso does. I really do. Ricardo, yeah, he's looking pretty good. Agree with the commentary here. He's looking really good. While these guys fight in front, you might be able to get some double overtakes. All right. Here goes Perez. He's pushing hard here. As you know, the history between Perez and Hamilton goes into the last race of last year. Here comes Perez. Here we go. He's flying. He's got him. No, he's gone. He's got him. There we go. So Perez grabs him, but he should have a bit of no pace. Sources messaged me. What's happened? Volk wins the first round, he said. Knocked him down. So good stuff. Good start by the Volk. Got to message him. Mercedes aren't as shit as what their drivers keep telling us. All right, Norris against Russell and Hamilton. Here we go. Come on, McLarens, man. Oh, the DRS makes a massive difference, Manny. Huge difference. Huge, huge, huge. Oh, Vettel's off. Oh, man. He's just having a shambolic race. It's not orange, Martin. It's papaya. I hope McLaren and Mercedes go at each other here. It'll be so good. It would actually be elite. The only way they're not going to finish in that 4th and 5th is the McLarens, clearly. The Seb Vettel replay here, obviously struggling to get used to this car. We spoke about it yesterday during qualies. It's his first race in this car. Obviously, he missed the first 2 races. He had COVID. So it's difficult. It'd be difficult. And everyone's spoken about how hard it's been to drive this car. So he's coming in his first race. He keeps locking up the understeer, the oversteer. He's been going off the track. He's just been battling hard, absolutely battling. So it's going to take him a while to get used to it. Aston Martin are absolutely struggling as well this season. So Magnussen gets Zoe, which is pretty good there.
I think this first stint is proving that if they can get past, they probably are. But there's no sign that Mercedes are wanting Russell past Hamilton, and that's meaning that neither Ricciardo nor Lando Norris are able to get past Russell in turn. So, we'll have to work it out on strategy.
There you go. They're going to have to work it out, the Mercedes, on who's quicker. Oh, he's struggling a bit, Verstappen. Not good. Not good at all. Yeah, Russell could easily, Manny. Well, the whole thing comes down to, like, they're going to have to stop at some stage. And this is the interesting thing. When they do have to stop, can someone undercut someone, get back in, like get in front of them, hold them off? This is where the strategy comes into it. If they can stay within like the range with each other, like Ricciardo's 3 seconds from Hamilton. So if they can stay within this range of that 3 seconds, when it comes to pitting, it's going to be like crucial. But if Norris can somehow get Russell, yeah, it would be very interesting. Because then Ricciardo can then start pressuring Russell. Because I don't think Ocon's got any chance of catching Danny Rick at the moment. Oh, Mick Schumacher almost off. Yeah, Manny, of course, complaining like Lewis. End of round 2. Who knows? We're 13 laps in. They reckon it was a 25th lap. They should be coming in potentially. So round 2 to Volk, says Saucy. So he should be 2 rounds up. Smashed him in that round. Love to hear it. I want them to fight each other. That's what I want. Ocon's pushing, though. If Alonso can get past Gasly, yeah, Mick's struggling. I don't know. Magnussen's done all right to get to where he's got to, but McLaren just needs to stick with the pack. Like, they really do. They just got to stick with the pack, and it could work out pretty well for them. Pretty well.
Bottas trying to get past the Alpha Tauri driver looking very impatient to do so. This is going to be a theme, I wonder.
Alonso has to get a move on, though. If you're just joining us, Carlos Sainz gone on lap 2. Terrible. He was my prediction to get the job done today. Not good enough. Clearly, Leclerc's opened up almost a 6-second gap on Verstappen, which is very good. Very good. So Valtteri Bottas, did he get Tsunoda? No, he's chasing Tsunoda here. Chasing. Schumacher's pitted. He's going to come out last here, Manny, but pitting early. I'm assuming he's going to pit and put the hards on. That's what I'm going to assume. Yep, definitely has. Try and get through to the end of the race. Plan A for Leclerc, plus 5 extra laps on the tyres. That's what they're going to try and do. McLaren's just sitting pretty good here. No, he'll be all right, Manny. Like, I wouldn't stress. He's on his out lap. He's not last. He's still in front of Latifi. You just got to hope Latifi doesn't crush him out of it. So, Alonso is still struggling to get past Gasly. And McLaren's pushing. Almost 7-second lead now for Charles Leclerc. And the McLarens are unable to do anything to George Russell at the moment. Here comes Valtteri Bottas on Yuki Tsunoda. Gets him in that Alfa Romeo. He will start hunting down Fernando Alonso. Nah, don't stress, man. Like, everyone else has to pit. So it's like Mick just needs to get some good lap times going. He isn't sitting in a good spot. I understand that. But Magnussen's almost got Tsunoda as well. So it's good for the Haas. He's hunting down Yuki Tsunoda very quickly too. Oh, no. Get back on the track, son. Oh, Magnussen. Jeez. Oh, that got really close. Shit. That could have been really bad. So he's dropped down a few positions now in the 14th. So Bottas just chasing Alonso. He's cut it down to just over 2 seconds. So Bottas, with his pace, he was very good in Q1, in practice 2, practice 3. He had some really good times. No, not Yuki's fault there, Manny. I think he just misjudged the move he wanted to make, Kevin Magnussen. He was going a bit too quickly for his own good. So almost 8.5 second lead now for Charles Leclerc. Oh, there you go. The Mercedes have 2 race cars better looking than the Red Bulls. Ocon pits. Coming to put on hards. Still 40 laps in this. There's so much racing left in this one. So, yeah, Ocon in the pits. Bottas moves into 10th. Another message from the great man. Saucy says the Korean zombie is split open like crazy. His whole left eye bleeding everywhere. So Alonso is still trying to hunt down Gasly. They're starting to open up a little bit of a gap here, the Mercedes. So Alonso is looking likely to get Gasly here, and then he's going to start chasing down Daniel Ricciardo. So Verstappen's pitted. He's come in. Obviously, he's going to change onto the hards. He's struggling with his medium compound. Yep. He's going to put those hards on. There you go. 2.9 second stop. He's on his out. Sonoda's coming into the pits as well. No, Sauce is not at an AFL game. No. He didn't end up going. It's actually a really good game that his team's playing in, to be honest. Really good game. So Max comes out in 7th. Behind Ricciardo. Alonso got Gasly, which was good. Ref stopped it. There you go. The Volk retains. He was just destroying him. Had to stop the fight. Great stuff. Love to see it. Let's go. So here we go. So Lewis is hunting down Sergio Perez to move into second. So very interesting. He's going to get him. Ooh. Looking to pass. Absolutely struggling here, the Red Bulls. Less than half a second. So he'll be gone on the straight here, Perez. Mercedes to move into second. He might actually box and not let him pass him. We'll see what happens when he gets just to the straight. He might actually come in for the box. Yeah, he has. He's boxed. So Lando is going to box and Ricciardo is going to put his foot down. That is the call from McLaren. Verstappen set the quickest lap of the race as well. So he's pushing hard. Real hard. Saucy probably be jumping on in a sec. All right, here we go. Ricciardo's got to really push here. What's going on here? A bit confused on what's going on here. Who's behind Norris? Oh, sorry. Albon. My bad. Because he's pitted. I was like, what the hell's going on? Here comes Danny Rick into the pits. I think
What's up, Trevor?
people are opening up some F1 stuff on Instagram. Some boxes. So Danny Rick in the pits, Magnussen into 8th, Perez into 7th. Come on, Danny Rick. Oh, he's got to hold the inside line now. Come on, Danny. Good play. They can worry about fighting each other here. All right, Leclerc is going to box. So he'll probably come out in around 5th position. There you go. He's got the hards. They should see him out to the rest of the race. Oh, no. There you go. Hamilton's going to pit. Leclerc will remain in front. And Russell will try and hunt him down by the looks of things. Yep, he is. Russell's going to try and grab him. Yeah, McLaren does have some great pit times. Really good pit times. Bottas in the pits as well. He's boxed. Magnussen moves up into 7th. And Verstappen is setting quickest times here at the moment. Russell's going to get taken too. Where's Alonso? Sitting in 4th. Verstappen's going to get Russell, so he's going to eat him. He's going to munch him here. So Perez obviously chasing down Hamilton. Here we go. There you go. Perez gets him. Here comes Hamilton again. Oh, there's a safety car. Oh, so everyone will bunch up here. Oh. Vettel's done. Day is over. So we'll get the safety car for the next 5 or so laps. Feel free to drop in any questions. Ryan Garcia gets the win. It does suck for Charles. It definitely does. It does. But Russell and Alonso, this is the perfect opportunity to come in and get their tyres changed. Man, Seb has had an absolute nightmare in this car the whole weekend. He's just crashed and, man, that's terrible. Let's have a look what he's done here because... Let's see what happens. Oh, he's lost it. Bang, into the wall. Yeah. Poor Seb. He's had an absolute mare this whole weekend. Yep, I couldn't agree more. One of the worst weekends for him in his career. It's been just horrific. But it was expected because, you know, he hasn't had much driving in this car. So it's definitely expected. How good's the Volk?
So that's worked quite well actually for Red Bull. With that tyre phase they had, they dropped a long way behind, didn't they? 5-6 seconds behind. Fernando, George Russell up in 3rd. Fernando Alonso in 4th, but he hasn't placed it. No, he hasn't. So Alonso might be running 4th, but he's lost out in this safety car.
Yep, Alonso definitely. Where's Schumacher? 16th. So Perez gets the overtake on Hamilton just before the safety car is called. So couldn't have timed it any better. Insane. These overtakes are crazy. Here he is.
What's going on, mate?
What are you
I've got the
doing?
Essendon game. I've got the Essendon game on here. I'm not going to lie. We're up by 10 points here. 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I know. I've got the live update on next to the stream. You've been all right.
We're doing all right. We're doing all right.
As long as Ridley can score me some bloody super coach points. Freaking lemon.
What's happened, mate? I watched the Volk. He was unbelievable. Let me just tell you. He was put on an absolute show. The referee had to stop the fight in the fourth round. Couldn't believe it. Speak to me.
So literally, my predictions.
Prediction to 97-93. The Tex Walker just kicked the sausage.
Uh-oh.
There's still 5 minutes to go, mate. So plenty of time on the clock.
There is a lot of time left in this game. Literally, Signs started poorly, man. Really poorly. Dropped about 5 spots. Then he spun out. Went in the gravel. Obviously, tried to get out of the gravel. That's not going to help you. So he just dug himself.
Yeah, I watched the start of the race. It was a clean start, and it was what I expected when we were messaging Free, and I said if Leclerc gets a good start, I reckon he can lead start to finish because he had enough
100%.
pace in the qualifying, and I reckon he can build enough of a lead. Or they'll be able to get a change in there. How much in front is he? I'm trying to see.
Well, there's a safety car now because Vettel went into the wall. He's had an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Yeah, I did, Manny. I put the Moz
what
on.
Happened with in qualifying with it?
Yeah,
Vettel?
I put the Moz on Signs, I think. I definitely put the Moz on him. That's why he struggled. But so there's the safety car. Funnily enough, Source, surprise. The Mercedes aren't as shit as what everyone thinks they were going to be.
Well, Hamilton got a good start and jumped two spots in the start.
We kept saying it, man. We said it. Like, they're talking that much shit. Don't look into anything that they're saying. They're talking that much.
They're the masters of shit talking. We've seen it last season. We've seen it the last season.
But they're not the masters of shit talking, Source. They're horrific. They're actually the worst shit talkers on the planet. Like Hamilton, when he's 3 laps in, my tires are cooked, and then he gets 50 laps out of his tires. They're terrible at shit talking. Like, you got to be gullible to fall for their rubbish. Like, literally. So we saw straight through their bullshit.
We see straight through it, mate. But maybe there's other people that actually believe some of the jibber jabber that comes out of there now.
Anything. So not for anything, Hamilton is going to be primed to finish top 4, potentially get that podium. Like we said, like Russell's up there at the moment, has pitted already, but I don't think he holds it for too long. I think he might even switch. The Perez will probably overtake him, but because Alonso hasn't even pitted yet, he just got unlucky. Perez got lucky. He overtook Hamilton literally 5 seconds before they called the safety car, and then they have to hold their position. But Alonso, unfortunately,
kicked the goal. Bang! Big Draper. Come on! Out of the ruck, mate. There he is. I'm on YouTube, bro. Yeah.
Saucy's like, say hi to the family. Say hi to Double Coverage family.
He's like, why are you looking at your phone? I'm like, what a live stream on YouTube. Yeah, because at my friend's house, we got the UFC fight. You wouldn't believe. Tried to order it on KO and it kept stuffing up. So guess what we ended up watching? We went to one of the goat sites of all time and ended up just watching it like that. On the realms of the internet.
I love it.
How crazy is that? You try to do the right thing and actually buy the pay-per-view and it keeps fucking up the stream.
That's terrible.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
It's actually shit. Manny asked, "Are you rooting for the 18th best team in the AFL?" They won't be 18th probably in 3 minutes.
Why is Manny trying to learn about AFL? Is he?
Yeah, like I was trying to explain it to him yesterday. He thought he goes, "Oh, is it league or union? Do you put the ball down?" I said, "No, 2 different sports, man. That's rugby. That's shit. We don't watch that crap." So,
Look, this is what
well,
you
we
say.
do watch league. We watch Melbourne Storm. That's pretty much all we watch.
We do follow it a little bit. Yes, correct.
Oh no, Max is about to get him. Oh, he's got to hold him off here. Oh, uh-oh.
So how many laps in is it, Doma?
It's only 27, but Verstappen's going to try and make a move here. And Georgie Russell is pushing on Verstappen here to try and get Verstappen. Come on, Fernando.
That's what we need. All right. How many laps is it? 15?
There's still 27 in. There's still 31 laps left, man.
All right. Well, all right. I'll come back on.
If you're going to jump on, jump off, bro.
End of the Essendon game, then I'll jump back on.
Yeah, no worries, bro. Take it easy. I'll see you soon.
I'll be back.
See ya. At least Saucy's jumped in. Here we go. Fernando is going to try and get Georgie Russell here. Whew. This is insane. Everyone's banked up. Obviously, Norris is wanting to get Magnussen here. He has to get him. Like, you don't want him to be in front till he pits. Like, stuff that. You want to get him now, if you can. Whoa, this is insane. Perez chasing Alonso. So Alonso, Magnussen, both still need a pit. Oh. Let's get some more safety cars, shall we? Russell did help a little bit because he put pressure on Max. So Max had to think about defending over the offense for a split second. But the Mercedes have got pace, man. They're quick. They said they had no parts made, no parts ready. That's a lie. They had parts made. They had parts ready. They've updated the car. They just talk absolute trash. So you look into it as you wish. But Perez is chasing Alonso. Obviously, Alonso needs to get this pit done. I don't know how he's going to do it, man. He's got the hards. He's still probably still got like 7 laps. Well, he's got technically can hold on to these for probably 12 laps, Alonso, these tires. So, but then give himself only 18 laps to try and work himself back into it. It's going to be difficult. That safety car really did hurt him. Really hurt him. So DRS will come back. It's usually the second lap after a safety car goes in. So expect Perez to probably like fly past him and probably Norris to get past Magnussen as well. Obviously, you need at least a second within the car in front of you to use the DRS on him. But Danny Rick's doing well. Norris is doing well. McLaren's have surprised, I think, this weekend. So Perez really wants to try and get Alonso here. I think he's going to get him. Wings open. He's chasing him.
Sergio Smart there. He's got a lot of experience. There's no point in taking a big lunge there because
that straight's coming up and he's just going to try and breeze by him. Crow's kicking in here. Unbelievable.
Kilometers an hour by the end of the straight, but it's still not enough, is it? So he's put a lot
to the He's going to chase him here. Here we go. Here comes Perez, who just breezed straight past him here. There we go. Now we can chase Russell. So Alonso holding off Hamilton could help Magnussen a bit, but that's why I was saying Norris has to try and get past Magnussen because he's just holding up the pack. He hasn't pitted yet. It's good for Haas. Really good for Haas. His teammate struggling a bit in 16th, Mick Schumacher. Bottas struggling as well when we thought he had a bit of pace. So here we go. They're going to go at each other.
As soon as Fernando had to defend into one, he was going to be slow out of turn 2. And then
so obviously the flashing is the recharging of the battery on the car. So I think Hamilton is gearing up. Max is going to struggle late. He's been pushing on these tyres and pitted early. Yeah, it could be. Definitely could be. Here comes Hamilton. He's got him easily. Those tyres are killing Fernando. He's just got to have to take the gamble. Just pit. Seriously. He really has to. He's got a box. He's got to come out and then just try and push it to the end and try and get back up there. That's lightning. Yep. Perez just needs to catch Russell, Manny. If that happens, then so Magnussen doing well here, holding him off. He's gonna catch Alonso. Remember, we were talking about a big USA team in the future. Imagine Tesla becoming a thing. Well, they potentially could come into Formula E, man. Like Formula Electric. It's possible. Why wouldn't they? I reckon it'd be pretty good. They come into Formula E. So here comes Norris. He's pushing on this Haas as well. Probably at the end of this lap, make a move. Current age tyres. So Verstappen 5 laps older than Russell, 4 laps older than Leclerc. Leclerc's flying. Absolutely flying. He's killing it. So Norris is going to make the move here. Move into 7th. So there's 2 cars ahead of him that both need a pit. Magnussen and Alonso. So they'll move back into where they were before the safety car and everyone pitted when those 2 go in. Albon also needs to pit, so out in 10th. 26 laps left in this one. Norris has got Magnussen 100% on this lap. Unless he comes in, he might just pit. Leclerc set the quickest lap. No, he hasn't pitted, so he's probably going to get him here. Perez is hunting down Georgie Russell. And here comes Lando. No, not enough room. Unfortunate. He's going to try and get him here, I think. Here he goes. Magnussen's a good driver, man. Really good driver. But he's pushing. It's going to just help out Daniel Ricciardo even more. So almost 4.5 seconds on Verstappen. I think you could be right, Manny. Like, this is going to affect Verstappen's chances potentially. So Perez is still within half a second, so he's going to get George Russell in the next few laps. Main straight will get him here. He's so close. Leclerc sets another fastest lap. 1:22. All right, Magnussen's gone here. We might see a double overtake. Ricciardo will just wait. If Perez catches Russell, will they let Hamilton overtake Russell? If he's got more pace, yep, I think they will. Here goes Daniel Ricciardo. No, not enough. Good for Norris. You can start getting some good lap times in here now with some clean air. But Ricciardo definitely needs to get Magnussen. He's 2.7 behind Alonso. Alonso hasn't pitted though, so there's still a lot to play out in this race, man. A lot. Perez 0.3 of a second now. He's pretty much cooked. Russell. Here's Russell, and here comes Perez. He's pressuring him. The defensive driving. Oh, Saucy. Here he is. He's back.
Back. I'm on my way home.
Mate, you're just streaming from all sorts of places. Give us a bit of
I'm driving. I'm on my way home to watch the last bit of the race.
Give us a rundown, Saucy. Give us a rundown of yesterday. The vibe at the show. We've had 419,000 people over the weekend. It has actually gone down as the largest sporting event in the history of Australia this weekend. The Grand Prix.
That's great.
So
that's great.
It's crazy. So just your
My
thoughts
friend
yesterday.
was telling me that we could be potentially getting a second race.
I think Sydney they were looking at potentially.
And it's a very good shout that it could be happening, that we might be having two races here in Australia next year.
That'd be good. I'd love that.
So that's pretty unbelievable, if you ask me.
We'll fly up to Sydney, mate.
That is pretty unbelievable, if you ask me. And we have seen a few familiar faces down there, obviously. None other than Anthony Collects getting front and centre in pit lane. Told us he's befriended a few people. That's what you do. You just make friends with people, be nice, and it comes back full circle, mate.
Exactly. What's the matter, Manny? Don't like that. Too late. Too late for what? You know what the funny thing is about the Grand Prix in Australia, Source? We should have had two already down here. We had someone ask before, was just wondering about F1s down here. The person was based in the United States, and he said, "Is F1s actually big down in Australia?" Like, he obviously doesn't know, and I was just explaining to him that it's massive. It's like way bigger than over in the States. It's just obviously a lot of people in the US have started to get into the sport, and obviously it's going to become bigger in the United States. They've got three races. They got a lot more people. They got almost 12 times more people in the population of their country than what we have here. So
correct.
But Perez just overtook Russell. Mercedes said to Russell to manage the tires, and they said to him that if it's hurting the tires defending Perez, just let him pass. So they're obviously going to try and manage those tires and then make a push within the last 10 laps, I would have thought.
All right, so interesting tactics. Is there a chance that Russell could finish on the podium?
I'm just going to say a Mercedes will be on the podium. I don't know which one, but a Mercedes will be on there. I just got this feeling.
Let's see. This is where it's going to be interesting. You know, what are they going to do? They're going to obviously give preference to Hamilton, which is.
I hope not.
mean,
I hope George Russell tells them to go jam it.
Well, this is
That's
the first test for the team. We did see how he welcomed Russell to the team when he tagged him with his dog on Instagram.
So yeah, Charles, another fastest lap. Yeah, he's flying out there. But when you got clean air, you can do what you want. Verstappen just took the fastest lap from him, set a 1:21.67.
Yeah.
So he did have it, and he just lost it. So
I'm not sure if people realise when you don't have a car, in front of you, can the dynamics
push
of the
it pretty
car
hard.
is much better.
Yeah.
The airflow that's going through the engine is unbelievably much cleaner than if you had a car in front of you blowing debris off. Because I don't know if anyone who hasn't ever walked on a track after the cars have been there. There's just little pieces of tire and everything.
Yeah, it's all over the place. So literally,
off those lines, it's stuff everywhere.
So Alonso and Magnussen yet to pit. It's not looking good for your boy Fernando. I thought he was going to pit.
That's Danny Rick gone.
He's sitting in 8th behind Lando, but Alonso is going to pit, so he's going to move to 7th. I don't think he's going to pass. I don't see him passing Norris. Norris has got more pace, but their aim is to try and get these Mercedes. But I don't think they're quick enough to grab it. I think honestly, them finishing 6th and 7th is a great spot for them. So Verstappen had the quickest, but Leclerc set a 1:21.29. Oh, Verstappen's gone off. He's out.
How many laps to go?
No, they lost power. That's it. He's out. Verstappen's gone, mate. That's it. He's gone. And guess what? There's a Mercedes on the podium source. Georgie Russell is 3rd. There's a virtual safety car. Oh no. What a shambles. Oh, that sounded horrific. Oh no. Oh, what a mess. Manny's loving life because he hates Verstappen. Oh, terrible. Doesn't really bother me because the guy I really want winning the race is up the top. As long as he can hold position and nothing happens to that Ferrari, that's the main thing. Really.
Verstappen's out.
Yeah, he's gone, mate.
Oh no.
His power unit died. So Alonso and Magnussen will use.
Isn't that the second time they've had issues?
Yeah, race. Yeah, race one. Race 1, and now today. So Alonso and Magnussen will pit, and I think that's a good timing for them to pit on the virtual safety car. So it should give him some time to potentially get back into that top 10. Oh, so the they've come out at a good time as well. So they've got a green flag and they can start racing.
Should be able. How many laps to go?
Still 18. It doesn't help Ferrari because of Carlos with Max going out, because both Mercedes now, if they finish third and fourth, they just close the gap a lot more on Ferrari in terms of like the constructors. So Max Verstappen, nightmare. It is literally the stars are all aligning for Mercedes. No comment. Perez just needs to hold off Russell now, but Russell's got good management on his tires. So that, like I said, in the last 10 laps, they're going to make a massive push. So it'll be valuable points here too for McLaren in the 5th and 6th spot. Danny Rick just needs to hold off Albon. Saucy's on his comp.
Yeah,
here he is.
I'm on my comp now. I'm back. I can watch the last bit of the race. I'm just going to put it on now. F1. I've been watching everything today. Had to watch the Volk.
I like it.
You know that.
Yeah, you got to watch the Volk. Alonso is going to overtake your boy Mick Schumacher here.
Oh no, I've got technical.
So Alonso is going to hunt down Schumacher, Bottas, Gasly, Stroll, and Ocon. And Albon hasn't pitted yet. So
I'm loving this new setup that you've got. Share that. It's beauty.
Yeah, bloody hell. About time we found something, I guess. I'll be honest with you. Lance Stroll is a fucking dud, man. You can't do that shit.
Oh, here we go. All right, I've got it here. I've got the setup.
You can't. But you can't.
I think Leclerc's going to win,
a
though.
lemon, bro.
Unless something drastically happens.
Fuck. Man, if something happens, I'll be losing my shit. I'll lose the plot. You actually see me crack it. I'll fucking smash something if he doesn't win it. Get in. Get in. Get in. Get in, Sauce.
Leclerc. You said Ferrari was in for a big season. You did say. So
the good thing is, like, I put out there that Ferrari should get the job done and they should win it. I just put Sainz as my smoky because I thought, you know what, he's been killing it. He's very quick in qualifying, and then obviously they screwed him over. He stuffed up. But you were on the money source. You did say Ferrari would get the win. And funnily enough, we said Hamilton would be on the fringe in 4th, potentially pushing for a podium, and he's 4th source and pushing for a podium. So as much as everyone would have thought we're nutcases for saying that Mercedes would have a chance this weekend to get on the podium, we were on the money. We've literally watched that many races with blatant lying from that team to know, mate, we're just going to look straight through your rubbish.
Just, what ends up happening when I turn this computer on, Dom, I'm just having a look at Bitcoin, checking the updates.
Of course you are. Of course you are. Manny says Lecuti. Yeah. You know what's funny? We can actually use Leclerc like we use LeBron. That's the great thing. Max Verstappen just bewildered at the moment. You got audio coming through the feed.
Mine?
Yeah. Can you hear mine? No. Well, yes.
I'll turn it down a bit. There we go. Turned it down.
I'll put mine down as well, just in case. 15 laps left. So obviously Verstappen, Vettel, and Sainz are out. Lance
Yeah, I
Stroll
think
has
he's
lost the
got
plot,
the bag.
man. Lance Stroll's a lemon. He got a 5-second penalty for weaving on the straight. Like, what are you doing? Like, freaking peanut. He's actually a peanut. Get him out of there just because his dad funds the team. He's a dud. Is he going to keep weaving again? Come on, Gasly. Get him, man. Get this lemon. Get this lemon. He was weaving again. Like, what is he doing?
You're not allowed to do that
It's
when
good.
they had DRS, or is there a safety car?
Yeah, but you can't do it on the straight because if you weave, like, the person behind you trying to overtake then has to weave back in, and by doing that, they can lose control of the car and go straight into the wall, potentially die.
Yeah, okay.
Like, that's how dumb. Stroll's a lemon, man. Get the F out of here.
Yeah, I thought you can't do that in the DRS zone. It's a bit different when you're going through corners and shit.
Yeah. But the positive coming out of this weekend, Source, is McLaren. Because even if like Verstappen and Sainz were still in this race, they would have been around 7th and 8th. You know, like much better than where they were finishing outside the top 10. Obviously qualifying outside the top 10 in the first 2 races. So they're starting to pick up a bit, which is good. You want to have them competitive. You want to try and have them probably battling out against Alpine. That's what you really want. So Alonso and Ocon against Ricciardo and Norris. I don't see them competing against Mercedes. Unless they can hold pace with Mercedes, I don't see it. It's going to be so difficult. That car's going to be unbelievable by mid-season. What's Stroll going to do here? What are you going to do here? Come on, Gasly.
Where's Mick Schumacher's 12th?
Alonso's into 12th here. He's going to... I'm telling you, Alonso's going to start breezing by all these cars.
Well, you reckon he can get into the top 10, Alonso?
Yeah, you'll get points. I think he will. Come on, Gasly. You got to... I'll be honest with you. There is a bit of concern with this overtaking battle against Stroll. I'm actually a bit worried that he's going to do something dumb, and there's a whole bunch of cars there, Source. Magnussen pitted. He boxed Manny on that virtual safety car with Alonso, and it's just he came out behind everyone. Alonso came out ahead of a lot of other people. So 27 points. They'll gain a point on the constructors. Mercedes.
Does Leclerc have to pit again, or is he taking a pit?
No, he's taking the pit. It's a one-stop race. He's on the hards. It should get him through to the end of the race easily. No one's catching him.
Yeah, Manny put some money on Leclerc, I seen.
That's good. That's a positive. Manny asked a good question on the stream yesterday, Source. He actually said if everyone had the exact same car and there was no modifications, who do you think the best driver on the grid would be? I said it'd probably be Vettel and Alonso, potentially. Because, and I was explaining to Manny that Vettel's actually won 4 world championships. So it's an interesting question. I've never thought about it like that, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. But like, it's a team sport, so as well. So like, it plays a lot more into that. And it's hard to.
He said he's got Hamilton. Yeah. He said he's got Hamilton to finish 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Come on, Gasly. He said we can clip that, by the way, when he asked that question. Play Lance Stroll. What's the tyre age for Stroll? 27. Alonso's got 7. Well, they're going to have to start pushing now a bit, I think, Mercedes, if they want to try and get Perez.
Russell can get Perez.
Well, this is the dilemma here because Hamilton's only 1.2 seconds behind Russell. Surely he doesn't give up a podium. Surely.
Well, surely it's got to be more about the team, considering that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Hamilton's,
surely
like,
they don't
leading
battle
out
it out.
front.
Like, I think they'll just let it.
If he's like,
let it
if he's
slide,
clearly
whatever.
from him though, what they're not going to let him through. Depends.
I'd love to see them duke it out. Duke it out.
Imagine they crash into each other and stuff each other up. That would be brilliant.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Norris and Ricciardo will be in 3rd and 4th. And then we'd tell Ricciardo to actually try and pass Norris because he's never been on the podium here. Well, he was on the podium once, and then he got done for fuel. Like, there was some fuel technicality, and he got cooked, and he got robbed of the podium.
Yeah, do they still have that rule where you got to have a minimum of like a certain amount?
No,
tank
I don't think
test?
so. I don't think so. Fucking idiots. What's Alonso got to say? I want to hear. Come on, Fernando. You need Mick to make the top 10. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be very difficult now. Ooh. Yeah, Stroll does have a 5-second penalty. Perez is pushing. This worries me. Like, this actually worries me. I don't know why he has to go for another fastest lap. He's got it. Like, he said it. He got a 1:29.6, but.
Who's that? Leclerc.
Yeah, like, you don't want to take any risks. Just drive it over the line and get the 26 points. Even if you lose the fastest lap, get the 25 points and happy days. I don't want any technicality where both these Mercedes end up on the podium. It's actually my worst nightmare. Lance Stroll is literally doing his best here, as much as he's a lemon. But Gasly's got to get him. Come on. He's weaving again. Get out of here. Oh, here comes Valtteri. Here comes Valtteri. No, didn't get him. Very interesting. Ocon sitting pretty in P10 or P8. Sorry. Here comes Bottas. He's flying here. Push. So Hamilton 1 second now behind Russell. I really hope not. Surely not, Source. Oh, Perez has gone wide as well. Oh, no. He's giving George Russell a sniff sauce. Oh, Mick Schumacher's gone on the grass as well, Manny. He's got no chance of finishing in the top 10. Sorry, bro. Georgie Russell cut it to 3. He's not going to try and overtake him, surely not. Here comes Bottas. Yep. Take Stroll. That's a win.
Oh, no.
Massive win. Well, what happened?
Yeah, I was just watching the replays here. Perez left the door open.
He has. He definitely has.
Especially with that blunder. Second a lap. If you can gain on him half a second a lap, he might have one chance to overtake and get up into second.
100%. Guan Yu catching up to Alonso. Freaking Alonso's battling hard. I thought he was going to finish in the top 10. I don't think he is. Bottas chasing Gasly now. Oh, this is terrible for Fernando Alonso. Oh, no. I think Magnussen will get him now, too. Oh, he's gone. Mick Schumacher's going to get Alonso here, too. Insane. I think Hamilton is going to concede. He'll just stay in fourth, which is not bad. Give Georgie Russell his moment on the podium.
He's had plenty. He's won 7 world championships.
Yeah.
Before the hydraulic issue caused the crash. So this is Williams and great pacer. Another personal best from Alex Albon.
They're actually flying. Alex Albon in the Williams source in 7th. That's fantastic for Williams Racing.
I think this is just a statement now of look, actually we're coming back on 4.
It's good.
We said about 20 laps or so ago, they've left him out, hoping for another safety car to come. They didn't quite get the chance.
They reckon they're going to have to bring him in. Just keep him out.
Who is
Albon.
it? Who are they talking about?
Albon. What is Leclerc doing, man? Leclerc, he's just a nut. He's just like, I'll go for the fastest lap. And his team's like, we have the fastest lap. Just relax, bro. Like, Bottas gets Gasly. There's been a good drive from Valtteri Bottas. He obviously had, like we said, in the practice, he had the pace. He struggled a bit. Now he's just pushing hard. Alonso comes into the pits to put some tyres on Sauce. He's dead last. Your boys had a nightmare. What started as a great weekend on Friday has turned into a disaster.
No good, mate. No good. Fernando. He's had a tough weekend.
It really has.
Haas has had a tough weekend as well.
Yeah, they have. Albon's holding on, which is good.
Definitely Vettel's had the worst weekend.
Oh, he's had an absolute nightmare. So if we can get back, if they can go back to the thing, I'm keen to see how far Bottas is off Ocon. Still 9 seconds. He won't catch him. It's good points for Alfa Romeo, though.
Maybe they would have put the soft tyre on, not the medium, for this last couple of laps. But yeah, still nothing looking down to Williams. What is the definitive penalty for not pitting?
So Stroll still has to give a 5-second penalty. So Schumacher will finish 13th, Magnussen 12th. Still no chance of getting into the points, unfortunately, because he's in 11th. If he was in 10th, it would have been nice for whoever was behind him. Oh, okay. The rules state for Albon that he has to run 2 dry sets of tires, and because he hasn't pitted at all, if he doesn't pit, he'll get disqualified. So he's damned. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Situation source, because if he pits,
Pretty poor management by their team.
Yeah, if he pits, they're cooked. If he stays out there, they're cooked because he gets DQ'd. So that will push. That'll push the other Alfa Romeo into 10th. Into the points. That's awesome. Yeah, so Albon hasn't stopped. He's cooked here. Like, I don't know what he's waiting for. Mick Schumacher took Magnussen as well. I think Albon's come in. Has he? Did I see him come in? No. So Mick Schumacher moved into 12th because of that 5-second penalty on Stroll. And like if Albon pits, he'll move into 11th. Manny, he literally will miss out by 1 spot. He's generally going to miss out by a spot. Like, that's so unlucky. Don't ride on board with Alex Albon. Who gives a shit? Just stay with Charles Leclerc, mate. Just stay with him. A 20-second win. It's pretty impressive.
Domination, mate. Ferrari's looking the goods this season.
They are looking very good. Albon is going to pit on this lap. It was just, like you said, a bit of poor management. Like, they probably should have stopped on one of those safety cars and would have given Albon an opportunity. Like, would have given him the opportunity to try and get points for Williams. But, yeah, Albon's pitted. He's in. Everyone will move up. So everyone's going to move up a spot here. There goes Bottas. There goes Gasly. There goes Zoe. There he is. Great win. Well done, Ferrari. Well done, Charles Leclerc. Awesome. Great win.
Killed it.
Set the fastest lap as well. That's good. That is a solid drive. Solid drive. Really solid. Perez on the podium. Georgie Russell gets a podium. Good on him.
What do we
Hamilton
know?
finishes 4th.
Called it to a T. Probably should have taken my own advice and put some money on Leclerc. It was like $3 or
Norris
something
5th.
race.
Norris 5th and Ricciardo will finish 6th, which is awesome.
Killed it.
There you go. Points for McLaren. That's awesome stuff. Daniel Ricciardo gets through the race. This is actually awesome. Yeah, Manny says the new GOAT. Yeah, the GOAT. Tanya. This is the boy sauce. That's the boy. Right there.
Ferrari's back. That's all we know. Ferrari's back.
We
They've
knew
been
they weren't going to be
putrid for so
trying when
long.
they said that they were focusing on this. We knew that they had one of the best combos in the sport. We knew that, in all honesty, Sauce, outside of Verstappen, Leclerc was better than all the other guys out there. He was better than all of them. Like everyone, like when we talk about card market and talk about the sport, and everyone's like Russell this and Lando that, Leclerc was better than all of them. He always has been, always will be. And he proved that. And, you know, we spoke about it for 3 years, Sauce, or 2 years while we did Off the Grid. And we said he was in the big red tractor out there. And he put in some performances in that car that were actually so impressive. And we were actually blown away because the car had nothing in it.
The car was shocking.
So great stuff by Ferrari. They've come out big this season. He's dominated. Commiserations, obviously, to Carlos Sainz. Couldn't get the job done, which I'm spewing about. Hamilton gets his 4th. Russell gets his 3rd. Perez on the podium, 2nd, and Leclerc wins it. Great stuff. Manny says, I won't be able to buy his cards now. Completely agree. They're going to just put that shit up to the moon. He's the new Lewis Hamilton all of a sudden. Sauce.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. He's got to win the world title first, but the team's looking good.
Looking really good. One on Georgie. Georgie Porgy gets the job done. Another footy game on, Sauce. St Kilda slapping Hawthorn here at halftime, 75-38 at the end of the first half.
Wow. It's at Marvel, right?
It is at the G.
Jeez. I think I ticked Hawthorn.
It is at the G.
You never know what you're going to get with the Saints.
I made some mistakes, Sauce. I made some big mistakes. I shouldn't have got rid of Jay Gresham out of my super coach team. Yeah, some big mistake. A choke there. Got rid of him for Tristan Jerry. That was dumb. Fucking dumb. All right. Done and dusted, Sauce. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in.
Australian GP, done.
Done and dusted.
Leclerc,
well done, Charles
too good.
Leclerc and Ferrari. Good stuff. All right, Sauce. Peace.